Heidi ho, good neighbors. What's going on? As if you hadn't seen me an hour and a half ago. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm pumped. I've got some cool people with me tonight, starting with Kitten. She is one of the stars of the book. So I hope you guys come out and hang out. Gerald's here. What's going on, buddy? Share this out, please. Let everybody know we're here because we want to show love not just to Philbo Publishing and the Dynamics, but to our guests who are really hardworking artists. And, like Rob has 50 illegitimate kids to feed. So we need to take care of them. All right. We need to help them out. And Zapata needs a lawnmower for his face. So let's get this going. All right, we're going to jump right into it because we're late. Charles here. What's going on? Whoops, I got my phone on. Sorry. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to be gentlemen and ladies first. We're going to introduce our first guest, who's a cover artist on the Dynamics, and she is really talented. She did a fantastic job. I reached out to her when I saw her art style because I felt it was just a very soft, warm, family-friendly piece of art, the style, and she just did a fantastic bang up job for the cover. So without further ado, Addie Kidd.
Hi.
How are you?
That was really nice. Thank you. Good.
Yeah, well, you deserve it. I mean, I really appreciate what you did. Very professional, very easy to work with, and very quick, guys. So, I mean, anybody who's looking for art, whether it's commissions, cover art, etc., you really should reach out to her. Daniel and Raphael, what's going on? Thanks for showing up. I'm excited. Tell everybody. Tell everyone. It's like, you ever see The Professional? Everyone? Everyone! One of my favorite movies. Anyway, now that forgive me, I'm just really hyped up. So, Addie, tell us a little about yourself, and then we'll pull the other guys on.
Okay, yeah. So I do a lot of traditional and digital art. I'm getting back into digital art currently. But yeah, I'm a commissioned artist, and all my free time is taken up by art, aside from taking care of my baby.
She's adorable. God bless her.
Yeah, she's an inspiration for some of my stuff too, which is fun. But yeah, I have Instagram and TikTok, Addie Marie Art, no spaces. So yeah.
Very cool. And yeah, actually some of my favorite pieces are when you draw you with your daughter in that very same style that you did my cover. And that was really what endeared me to your art and your style, because I felt, you know what, if I could feel that looking at your art with you and your daughter, I mean, imagine what you could do for me and my bunch of animals over here. So, see, this is what happens though. You see, her face is buried in a tablet, so cherish these moments.
Oh, Bailey already wants to have every screen she can reach. She knows how to swipe and everything. It's kind of scary.
Aw. Well, she seems pretty sharp and pretty with it. So
yeah, she picks things up pretty easily if you let her.
So, yeah. Well, my oldest here, she was good. We didn't have to prove the house or anything. She was pretty safe. Second one, forget about it. But I mean, I guess a lot of people say if you had the second kid first, you probably never have a second. Anyway, let's introduce our next guest. It's probably past his bedtime, so we'll get him first. Look what he pulled up. Anyway, he is a member of Legendary Illustrations. He also did a wonderful cover for the book. He's done a lot of colors for a lot of tragedy covers. And he's really just an awesome artist, a good friend, and very talented guy with a beautiful family. Mauro Zapata.
Everyone!
He's a mess, by the way, if I didn't tell you. But
sorry, did you say Laserdisc, The Professional?
Yeah, that's awesome. When are we coming over to watch it?
Oh, dude, we have to. How's it going,
So
bro?
how are you, man?
I am busy. As you know, I'm extremely busy, but I'm doing good. How are you been?
I don't know if you've seen me on the internet once in a while. I tend to be on a little bit.
The problem is that's the issue that I have. I'm not on there enough to know.
Yeah, all you have to do is pop on for a second, and I'll probably be all over your feed, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm sick of this guy already."
Oh,
but
man.
No one else is gonna do it for me.
Nope, that's pretty much it. If you don't do it yourself.
Hey, Charles W. Morgan, what's going on? My mother's here. Kathy Russert. Kathy Friel Russert. Rally's here. What's going on? So tell us a little about you as an artist, Mr. Zapata.
Well, I was born in 1978.
Oh, here we go.
It was a wonderful year that year. It was October the 30th, the best day that could ever happen. And everybody just went with joy and cried, not for the obvious reasons. The end.
Because the world would never be the same once you were put on it.
It was ruined. I ruined the world. I've been drawing for a good minute since I was a little kid, but I actually didn't start becoming more like serious about this until 2019 or so. Until I was like, you know what? Because I've been writing stories, and as you know, me and Phil have had a conversation. I'm working on a book that I've been putting little bits of info and story and storyboarding for the last almost like 20 years. And it's just one of those things that I just finally this year, I finished my first page. I'm working on my second page. And it's just kind of like, it's one of those things that I'm a storyteller. So to have the opportunity to do more of that and even do extras, of anything is just a big giant bonus. And then on top of that, doing covers and colors, when that opportunity arises.
And he is a storyteller, so don't believe anything comes out of his mouth.
Once upon a time, Phil sat on a boat.
It sank. The end.
See, right there.
That was just me after eating a taco.
It's the best.
All right, so let's pull on our next guest. He's a thorn in my side. No, I'm kidding. He's very talented. He does everything. He is everything that you see visually on this book that we're going to launch tonight. He is the artist, the inker, the colorist, the letterer, the logo designer, the trade dresser. Well, his wife trade dressed it, but he did the corner box. Oh, actually, no, you did trade dress that. He trade dressed it. He formatted it for print. I mean, I wrote it and created it, and he did everything else from there. Jack of all trades, master of some. And and he did the trailer that you're going to see for the campaign too. We have another guest, by the way. That's Bailey. We didn't name him, just so you know, but he's got the same name. That's pretty cool. But he's just as adorable. He's a loaf, though. He just sits there. Anyway, without further ado, Def Shogun, Robert Powers.
Hey, everybody. I'm not nearly as polite and nice as the rest of the guests here tonight.
No, he's not.
So you know, I'll be talking some shit.
Yeah, I would have said other stuff about him, but my daughter's here, so I had to be nice.
Understood.
But if you've read anything from him, like Pinguino's Revenge, you would know. Hey, Terry, how are you? Thanks for coming out. Hope you all stick around. So we're here because we want to discuss and celebrate and promote the wonderful artists that are here with us, but also our focus right now is the dynamics. This here, I have it in print, ready to go, illustrated by this dude, and we're going to launch it tonight, and I want to show you what we got to offer. So we are going to start by putting up the Kickstarter campaign. And I'm going to launch it live, and then we're going to go through it and show everybody what we got. Yes, we do. Bailey farted. Good to know. You're blaming the cat for what you do. Gotcha. I swear to kid, my God, my kids are a mess. Addie's like, is this what I have to look forward to? Oh, my God.
Dude, it goes downhill from here.
Yeah, it really is. Like an avalanche. It just goes down. So we're going to launch this bad boy live right now. And then we are going to show the trailer that Robert did. And then we're going to go through the campaign and all that good stuff. All right. So here we go. I'm ready to launch. Drum roll, please. Yeah, Chewbacca launched. So it is live. It is live. All right.
Congratulations.
See if we get any backers. I hope so. Thank you. Now let's go show this trailer. The music was just perfect for that. I mean, I really love the music on that. Thanks, Rob, for an awesome trailer.
That's pretty
Where
cool.
did we go? We lost it. Yeah, he did a great job, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I have to tell
absolute.
you, his looks may not amount to anything, but his quality of work is amazing. John Dexter, Thomas R. Bishop, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. So that is the trailer. So here's the spiel. All right, I kind of I felt like tragedies. I love tragedy, but it's a little darker, and I want to do something more lighthearted, something that families can relate to. My oldest daughter wasn't into reading, and comics got her into reading. And I thought, it'd be cool to just create something fun, superheroes, and comics really aren't geared for kids anymore. And the problem with that is when you gear them towards children, you tune away the adults, and the adults are the ones who have the money, right? They're the ones buying the books. I mean, it's just fact. So I was like, why can't I do something that's appealing to everyone? I mean, Pixar has done it, right? And DreamWorks, they do these animated films that adults love and they can sit with their children and enjoy. What I did notice is a lot of shows these days are putting in little things that start making your kids ask questions that maybe you're not ready to answer. So my book doesn't do that. It's just a fun, family-friendly book that incorporates the dynamics of a family with dynamic powers. Not everything is tragic in the Filbo universe. So, and the funny thing is it is in the Filbo universe. They are in the same world as tragedy, just so you know. And there'll be little surprises as you go along. Now, this is my second release, and it is an ongoing book, and I'm excited about it because yes, it's true to home. It's based on my family basically. It's their personalities. Obviously, it's not exact, but it's based on us, and it's just a lot of fun. I mean, my daughters have so much character, especially Kaylee, my lord, and there was just so much material you could draw on, and right away I knew what look I was going for. I wanted this to be bright and colorful and dynamic, and no pun intended. Oh, pun intended. And the crash, bang, boom, and just fun and funny and I was the first person I thought of was Rob. He was doing he had done Penguino's Revenge, and I thought he has this cartoony style that works, and he does great action panels, and there's just a lot going on in his books, and he's solid sequential storyteller, and he keeps you engaged. Now Rob's Penguino is not for kids. It looks like that, but it has graphic violence and language. But I knew he could pull this off, and of course he did. So, Filbo Publishing, it's going to be the year of Filbo. Keep that in mind. Jump on board now. Hindsight stinks. And I love this quote from Mark Twain. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. So, this is a print that will be a stretch goal if we get there. Roberta, how are you? She said, hey there, Addie Kidd.
That's my mom.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Your
Mom.
granddaughter is beautiful. Anyway, so that print will be there. There's our bios. There's Thug Life, and then here are some pictures of some interiors. Some interiors. Now, I mean, think of the hilarity of the fact that I'm a big mouth as it is, so my character has a sonic scream, right? My mother, 74 years old, she's a hand-to-hand combatant, martial arts, etc. She can fight at 74, and she could see the weakness in anything. Kaylee, who's my 8-year-old, is super strong and invulnerable, and actually in my universe will grow up to be the strongest metahuman there is. I'm going to be doing my own digital PDF, but I don't know if you mean webtoons, Thomas. I haven't gone that far yet. I don't really know anything about webtoons, but I don't know. There's other avenues to look at. So Kaylee, and then Melanie is super fast. Her name is Whiplash. Melanie came up with the name Little Mighty for Kaylee. And my wife has the powers of Gaia, Mother Nature, and she's probably the most powerful of all of us. And look at just how energetic these panels are by Rob. And
They did a
Don't
good
let
job.
the cartoon art style fool you. This is a book adults can enjoy, and a lot of it, I've been sending it to adults, and they're loving it. So please don't let that deter you. And Hulkopotamus was created by my daughter, who's 5, and Brendan Shaw, as a gift, drew Hulkopotamus and sent it to her, and that's what we used as the design. So Rob had a reference. So thank you to Brendan. He's Fat Guys Inc. So it's just fun. All right, we're gonna get into the covers, and then you guys can talk about your thoughts and processes. By the way, as usual, there's a blank sketch cover available, and if you want to purchase, you could buy one for $10 or 5 for 40. So we knock off $2 off each. And I always say this is great because an artist can buy it, and then they could do art on it, and they can sell it. Not only getting my book out there, but they can sell it for $60, $70, $80 and have a nice markup, and everybody's happy. Thank you, John, for backing. I appreciate that. Are you our first? Hey, Rod. So here's the studio cover by Rob. I love what Rob did with the trade dress. And that was Rob's idea, all Rob's idea. Now the logo, I kind of gave him a general idea of what I wanted, and Rob went with it. And Rob always gets the logos the first time, no later than the second time, which is amazing. I just asked for a minor color change. So why don't you walk us through the process, Rob, about the corner box and the logo, what your thoughts were, how you came about it, and then tell us about the cover.
Well, it was tricky because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the corner box. So I was kind of just flipping through what I had drawn at the time because I wasn't done with the book yet. And so I came across that panel where it shows the frame, the picture frame, and I'm like, that'd be perfect. It was just the picture frame and then the drop down with the information below it and the issue number. I'm like, let me see how that looks, and it hit it perfectly. And as for the logo, it was just a matter of finding the right font that spoke to me, like family friendly superhero fun.
It's also got that like Batman 66, like pow, bam, zap kind of thing. I love that. Yeah. And as far as the cover, like I love you got the mask and the case kind of sticking out of the backpacks, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So what was your thought process with turning in a cover? Because I give a lot of autonomy. I don't like to tell you what to do. I get the best out of an artist if I say, do your magic. What you
I just pictured like how fun would it be to just do a snapshot of the kids, which is the the staple center of the story of the book. It's the family and the kids dynamic. So I thought it would just show the children in their day-to-day life going into school in the morning and seeing their superhero outfits kind of just peeking out of the backpack as they were walking through the hall of the school.
I like how they're looking back kind of with that smirky, we've got a secret. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Again, he did everything soup to nuts, including the colors, as did the other artist guests today we're going to get into. This is how talented they are. They can give you a full cover, everything. I mean, model's a little difficult to work with, kind of diva-ish, but and very expensive. But no, I'm just kidding. Motto's awesome, and if you want a cover for Motto, reach out to me, of course. Anyway, so I was really happy with this as the studio cover. And then Ricardo Silva, who is an artist I also represent, he's the artist on Tragedy. He was like, I need to be a part of this, and I was like, you're damn right you do.
I love that cover. He just made you too tall. Like, what's going on there?
No, man, I'm 6 foot.
6 foot.
Yeah, I know you're 6'5", right, or something like that, but I'm 6 foot.
I'm 6'3", but you're 6 foot.
Yeah.
I need to see that in writing, sir.
I'm 6 foot.
Pull out the license.
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot. I ain't got time for your lies.
Anyway, the first thing that he caught on the cover wasn't anything. It was just the height.
No, my mother's 5'2".
The cover's beautiful. It's a lie, though.
You're so stupid. My mother's 5'2". I'm 6 foot, and Stephanie's 5'8".
Okay.
Ask my wife, fool. Anyway, so this was great. Well, if we want to talk, we had to switch around the house, though, because Rob, in his infinite wisdom, put the garage in the middle of the house, which made no freaking sense. But that was the only edit, really, that we had in the book. And this was great, colored by his name is Fabio, and he's got 3 other names. I forget. I apologize, but Fabio, he did a great job. Ricardo Silva, of course, is the artist, and and
You did a great job.
he did a great job. He did. My memory doesn't. And here we go. All right, so Rob's all right, fine, but here's Addie's cover. Again, I loved the warmth and the family cartoon feel, but it was like more of a Disney animated feel to me,
Yeah, I got a Pixar vibe out of that. I love it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I kind of got the same thing with the mixture of like a Pixar Ratatouille type. I guess the characters of that, it had that feel to it. Absolute.
Yeah, real quick, I apologize, but so we can show what a fool Robert is. Chris Borman met me at shows. I was surprised how tall you were when we met in Connecticut. There you go. and Aaron Best is cornerback like a booth in baseball.
Oh my god. It'd be great for the next 3 or 4 minutes. All you're getting is like, once I met him in a river, he was a tall guy. It's all compliments on his height.
And poor Addie's like, I just want to talk about the cover already. Come on with this crap. No. So I approached you, Addie. I said I really loved your style. I didn't really know you. We just became Facebook friends, I think. So you didn't know who I was. And I just reached out. I said, listen, I've got this book, blah, blah, blah. And I'd really love a cover from you in this style that you do, because I know you do other styles too. So what was your thought process as far as because it's just so warm and inviting her, Kaylee hugging mom from behind and they're all smiling.
And thank you. Yeah. Well, I knew that I wanted to have everyone together and just make it look like everyone's like family, because you guys are, and just have look like everyone enjoys each other's company. And one thing I do a lot when I draw is I try to make sure all the colors are harmonious. So there's nothing that doesn't look like too random or anything. So I just try to make everything flow as much as possible when I draw anything, especially with that many characters in one spot.
Yeah, too bad I went gray by the time this book came out. I used to be a redhead, a red dirty blonde. My hair went gray in 2 months quickly, and my wife looked at me and she said, my job is done. And she walked away. Chris is 5'11", fool. There you go.
Now everybody's counting on what their heights are.
Now I can see people, they're going to come up to me. They go, back to back, quick, back to back. Is he taller than me? They're going to be like...
How was the launch? We have no idea what the launch was, because all we got was heights and measurements.
Yeah, really. But yeah, the warmth. And by the way, Kaylee loves this cover. My youngest, she loves the way you had her smiling, and she said you got her hair right.
Oh.
Yeah, she really loved it. And I look skinny, so I can't complain. Was he too tall too, Rob? Anyway,
I was like, yeah.
Great
Which one of your daughters was it that said that I don't wear skirts in that last?
Oh, that's Kaylee.
Oh, okay.
She does sometimes, but she was like, everybody's putting me in skirts. Why? She didn't mind you doing that, but then everybody else started doing it. So
tell her it's a skirt. The shorts.
Yeah. I'll tell her it's a skirt. There you go. Hey, Kaylee. She'll liven up this party. Roberta said Addie is fun sized. And here she comes. I hear stomping. So Addie said to tell you that is not a skirt, it's a skirt. You have the shorts underneath. That's Addie. You get to meet Addie. She do it.
Hi.
And what's your name in the book?
Lady.
And what do you do? What do you do? You sock people. You wallop them. When she was 5 years old, it was her 5th birthday. My wife was holding her. And my cousin's husband, they don't have children. And, he put his foot in his mouth. He said something really silly, really stupid to her. And I looked at him like, what the heck? And she at 5 goes, what did you say to him? Don't make me wallop you. And I died laughing. I was like, oh my God, I have to correct this child, but she really is right. He deserves a wallop. So I was like, you can't say that, Kaylee, but yeah, don't make her wallop you. She's just hilarious. 2 years old. I won't even get into that story. Daddy's being mean to me. God. Anyway, well, all we ever see is your head on the podcast. I always thought you were short and fat. The love I get. Oh, jeez. Anyway, no, I'm tall and fat. So yeah, this is beautiful, and I like the soft color. You gave me a few versions, which I thought was really kind of you to give me a few versions to pick from that were completed, and I just went with this because I thought the background was soft. It accentuated them, and it just really brought the warm feeling all together. So I'm grateful to you for this cover. It was the first one I got. It came before Rob's actually because Rob was working on the book, and it was just awesome. Right? What do you tell you? What do you give it 2 thumbs up?
I say 100 thumbs up.
100 thumbs up?
Whoa.
All right. You got 100 thumbs up. And here is the missus. Rob thinks I'm like 5'6".
Oh, you're being nice. I thought you were like 5'4".
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
All right. They can't see you. You're hiding, my lovely, beautiful supermodel of a wife.
Did she bring a measuring tape?
Yeah. When people meet us for the first time, they literally will say, "You're with him? I don't get it." Or they'll say, "How did you get her?"
Blink if you're safe. Blink twice.
Yeah, blink if you're safe. They go, "How did you get her?" I go, "Duct tape and chloroform in a black van with no plates," and I walk away. And they'll tilt their head like a confused dog, and she's like, "That doesn't bother you?" I'm like, "No, I win. I go home with you." They wish they had what I had. But anyway,
You just literally described the one of the scenes from Silence of the Lambs.
oh jeez, you're horrible. It puts the lotion in the basket.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah. I'm not gonna right now when my daughter's here, Thomas. I'll leave that comment alone. But no, there won't be any of those being printed. And here is Martha Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. So she did a bit of an older looking version of us, which I think is really cool. I like how Kaylee's sitting there and how Melanie's up on mommy. Very cool. It's kind of like a glimpse into the future. I thought was pretty cool as a contrast to Addie's cover.
Oh, that's cool.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I thought it was really nice. When you look at the two, not as a cartoony style like yours is, but just the contrast of ages, I thought was pretty cool. And then we have Steph Wilson. Shockingly, there are no circles and breastises, but he did. I thought he would do a good job with his cartoony, cute style. Kaylee likes her little button nose, but again, she's like, "I'm in a dress." So Addie told her she's not in a dress on her cover; it's a skirt.
Thank you.
Way to lie to my kid. Now, anyway,
Tell her in my cover,
So-
she's wearing shorts, but you can't see them because the hand's covering it.
the hand exactly.
Yep.
So Steph Wilson did this, and I thought it was really cute. And of course, my wife looks like the hot librarian, which is fine. But this is really awesome. Why are you standing to the side? You're so shy. Why are all the pretty women always shy? And then the ones who have to put on 10 tons of makeup, like, look at me, selfie. Anyway, come say hi. So here we have this lumbering piece of crap. No, I'm just kidding. So here we
I
just
spit
get
on
smacked.
it.
She's defending you, Motto. Every time Motto comes by the house, my wife and him tag team me and making fun of me the whole time. Now, if we get Rob there, forget about it. It'd be
It is the
be like,
easiest. It's the
hell in the
easiest.
cell, me against the three of you. And here, Motto went with a more action-oriented, the Hulkopotamus. I really liked this because in the book, Kaylee's doing all the rock'em sock'em, right? He gave Melanie a chance to shine with, running super speed up and uppercutting him. And it made Melanie really happy. And Kaylee's wearing pants, but you can't see because of the hand.
That's right. They're long pants that cover the whole entire leg. Tell her.
Yeah. And and this is a cute little thing. Look at the corner box. They're missing in the picture. Motto took them out of there because they're here, and the parents are looking shocked at the kids down here. Isn't that cool? That is so damn cool. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, I figured it was like a nice little Easter egg to
Yeah,
at
that's
least
awesome.
change it up a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
well, they can't be there just because they're too busy fighting.
See, look, they're smiling and everything, and then the kids are there smiling, and here he's like, oh, like dough. I'm like Homer Simpson or something. Dough. And the kids are missing, and they're here. That's so cool. And Hulkopotamus with his. Did you use my abs as a reference?
It was the first thing I did. Steph's head looks like it was about to come out of her eyes.
Yeah, she's petting me like, oh, how cute. I love you. So, tell us about your thought process with this. And I like the like shiny, bright lights in the background, like that. Shazam!
Well, it's funny. It took me a minute to figure out how to tone it down to make it more friendlier. Because when I first started, like the drawing part wasn't too rough. It was the coloring that I didn't want to make it too dark or too adult-like, if it makes any sense.
Right.
I wanted to make it pop as much as possible. So when I just started coloring it, I was like, I had to kind of rethink on how I was going to color this to make sure it wasn't going down a Batman road of just kind of like making it too dark or I guess too adult in so many ways.
Right.
You know, so that did take me a minute.
By the way, DeMarcus, Hulkopotamus was created by my daughter when she was 5, and I put it in the book. So pretty cool. Brendan Shaw did an illustration for her as a gift and brought it to Two-Dimensional Life. And then, of course, Rob just took it and went with it in the book. And Will's here. What's going on, Will? I will be speaking about Will as well because we have legendary art tiers and stuff. I know you're uncomfortable being in front of the screen, so you're hiding behind me.
Extremely.
You're hiding behind my big bulbous head.
Give him a slap and you'll feel a lot better.
Yeah. Now, I have a surprise cover I posted the other day to show you that will be coming halfway through the campaign. Here's some stretch goals. So you get the dynamic sticker if we hit 5,000. And we've got this print, which I love. It's a comic size print with the Mark Twain quote. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight and the dog. I think it's relatable to everybody, right? We're all the underdog at this point. You know, life is kicking us in the teeth, and we're just fighting hard and struggling to make our dreams come true and make things happen. Yes, it just launched on Kickstarter. That's what this is, the live Kickstarter launch party, my friend. It's live now as of about 15 minutes ago. So I just wanted to make a print out of this because to me this is powerful and it's a statement, right? It's the statement that if you've got the will, if you've got the heart, if you've got the passion, nothing is too insurmountable, no matter what stands in front of you. And I wanted to send that message to everybody. So Legendary Illustrations art books. We had this campaign back in November. It was very successful launch. Maybe I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks for coming out.
We'll come in a second.
And this did very well, and really talented artists, beautiful books. I have a few of them right here. We fulfilled it. It is completed. It's out. But I wanted to show everybody the video that Robert did for this. More really powerful. So I wanted to show that video because I wanted people to see kind of samples of the books real quick. I'm going to show you, like, this is Rob Powers' book. And it's I think it's like 40 or 50 pages of just awesome mashup art and video game art. Again, all colored, illustrated, everything by him. One of my favorites is the Spawn Lobo. I love the way he does the smoke and the skulls. Another is another favorite of mine I put on the website, and I'll show you samples, is actually this is one the Joker, the Mask, and Deadpool. That's an awesome one. Of course, you got Ray and Venom. So these are, and there's my favorite, the Ghost Rider Wolverine. We have all the art books here, and I have to tell you, they're beautiful. They're 40 to 50 pages. They're not expensive. They are available on the campaign for you to get. So I would ask you to please check them out. Supporting artists. Hey, George, what's going on? How are you? George has got an awesome Wonder Duck. That's an awesome all ages book as well. You should check out Wonder Duck. Drop your links, George. DG Comics, what's going on? Yo, yo. Okay, why did we do this? Sorry. Let's get out of here. There. And of course, it wouldn't be without my girl, Tragedy, which arrived today finally. Had been at the printers for a while. Will be fulfilled this weekend. Here is a foil of that Jose Luis cover that is showing there, colored by Alex Sinclair, Jim Lee's colorist. And if you want, you can get all 4 issues of Tragedy. If you have not been on that train, you really should, because it's rolling along and getting great reviews on Tragedy. I mean, Chuck Dixon, Peter David, and Howard Mackey said it was well written. That's all you need to know. All right. You can make any book a virgin. As a joke, I put the Steph Wilson cover up because if you know what Steph Wilson usually does for covers, you'd understand that he doesn't know what a virgin is. You can make anyone a foil. And then here are some samples. This is Will Plain, by the way. This original art piece is for sale because we have original art tiers by all of the Legendary Illustrations artists that I have the great pleasure and privilege of working with. And I'm going to show you art samples. The trade paperback is coming in July for Tragedy. Everything's been pushed back because of the print issues, so my apologies. Issue 5 will be out in May. 2 months later, I'll be putting out the trade paperback. So here's a Will Pladen painted piece, gouache painting. Here is a Ricardo Silva piece. I used to love this cartoon. Kenny Calderon's very emotional Mr. Freeze. Rod Rodolfo with his awesome samurai. Again, these are samples of what you'll get in the books, as well as if you want an original art commission, they are available. You can get any full figure character you want with a full background inked on 11x17. And trust me when I tell you, they give you 1,010% on the quality of these art pieces. Rob is going to join the actual pencil sketching. A lot of people think when you're a digital artist, that's all you can do. Robert can pencil sketch. I mean, digital art is drawing, just on a different medium. And Robert is, he's in this campaign also doing commissions. Carlos Ramos, Bill Lutz, Jim O'Reilly, no relation to the auto parts. Alex Sarabia. Dude, this piece I love so much. I turned 50 in October. Alex, I met him. He came from Mexico to Baltimore. He gave it to me as a birthday gift. And he wouldn't say except no. It's a double page. And I just love this piece. Look at it. It's incredible. And then we've got this guy. Mato Zapata. These look amazing in color too. Mato actually does his own coloring. They look beautiful, but for the sake of the black and white, we wanted to show you how cool he can draw it too. And that's about as boobalicious as we'll get on this campaign, but he can draw Vampirella. And those are samples. And then we've got Kevin Stewart, who's back in the Legendary Illustrations fold. He's kind of like a canker sore. You can't get rid of him. And this is a sample of what he's got going on. any one of these artists, you can get 11 by 17 full figure, black and white, with full background commission of any fan fiction character you want. We apologize, but we cannot do your own creator-owned IP, because if somebody turns around and makes that a cover, that's a big problem, because that's a whole different situation. So, but we can do any fan art you want. Okay? Yes, you're back, baby. Show off your cover. Oh yeah, of course I will. I didn't get to try to relax. My God, such a pushy.
You were so
Damn.
focused on your height that you forgot what you're supposed to do.
I'm telling you.
Thank you, Rob.
I'm 6 foot, damn it. Anyway, I'm 6'1". Well, I
Made
might be 6 foot now.
the guy
I shrunk in my old age,
made him
don't box yourself.
rethink his size.
Yeah. So this is Kevin Stewart's cover from Tragedy 4.
I love
That
that.
was awesome. And Rob's wife, Maura, did the gravestone logo, which is really cool. And you see the hand of Breath of the Dragon, the skull. It's just awesome. And the arm. Just awesome work.
It came out cool.
Awesome work.
Cool, man.
Did you get enough attention now, Kevin? Did you? Oh, show mine. Oh. Egos on these people. We bust each other's chops. I'm very happy and fortunate and grateful to work with the people I do, because they're good people. So we got $266, 7 backers so far. Not tragedy numbers, but we're hoping to do well. So please don't wait. They don't collect your money until the end of the campaign, which is a month from now. So there's no reason why you can't back the campaign now. We would appreciate your support. And Tanel sketch cover. We got the studio cover, cover B, which is Addie Kidd, cover C, which is Martha Schwartz. We've got the art book from Carlos Ramos. They go in order of the monetary value. That's why it's out of order. I have no control over that. Model Zapata's cover E. Ricardo Silva's cover A. Steph Wilson and Carrie Ann's cover D. We got the Ricardo Silva art book, Will Playden art book, Kenny Calderon art book, Rod Rodolfo, Rob Powers, Bill Lutz. We got the blank sketch cover bundle, $40. Tragedies chapters 1 through 4. Pick any 3 covers. If you like a bunch of them and you want to save a little money, you could pick all 3 at a discounted price. All in at a discounted price, you can get all the covers for $80. And then Motto Zapata is offering a bust commission on a letter size, 8.5 by 11 sketch paper, inked bust, character of choice, black background, inked, and it's $115 plus shipping, of course. If you want all the art books at a discounted price, we did $125. It's 7 art books. Alex Sarabia is pencil only. He's not going to ink it, so it's a little less. It's $200. Ricardo, $225, and these are limited, so we have limited amounts on these. Kenny Calderon, Rod Rodolfo, Carlos Ramos, Bill Lutz, Rob Powers, Will Playden, Jim O'Reilly. Motto is also doing 11 by 17 full figure. You can get either one bust, or you could do both. And Kevin, look at me. Kevin Stewart has a commission. Kevin knows I love him. And we've got a lot on this campaign. There's a lot to choose from. So you can catch up on a lot of things. So that's that. I do want to get into some of the, what the artists are doing. So I'm going to start with Addie, because she's probably, got to be quiet. The baby's sleeping. And probably got to get going soon. But let me pull up what Addie's got going on. Okay. So Addie, you can talk us through this.
Okay, yeah, that's my my commission sheet info for I believe that's all. Yeah, that's all for traditional artwork. Different amounts of detail and paper size will determine the total price of each. So yeah, what that one is.
And in case it's too hard to read, guys, just so you know, I mean, you're looking at 9x12. A pencil sketch is $30. Pencil and watercolor is only $40. I mean, it doesn't get more affordable than that. Cleaned up pen drawing, $50. Pen and watercolor, $60. That's on 9x12. And if you want to have 5x7 paper, a pencil sketch is $20. Pencil and watercolor is $30. Cleaned up pen and drawing is $40. And pen and watercolor is $50. I mean, again, you're getting really, really, really affordable prices here.
Yeah, I got to make another one up for my digital art, but I do a lot more detail with digital than traditional. But as far as traditional, I get as much detail as I can with the fantasy style artwork for that.
And we're going to show some stuff. Talk us through, some of the things that we show.
Yeah, that's what I could find through my camera roll amongst all the photos of Bailey. But,
that's a good parent. That's a good parent.
That was the best art you ever created. That was the best creation.
Right, yeah. But this was me just trying a Don Bluth style without actually referencing any of his like specific like characters. I just tried to make up my own in that style.
It worked because that was the first thing that I thought when I just saw this right now.
Yeah. So it's like a perturbed orc guy looking side-eyed.
That's just Rob in the morning.
That's me all day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very cool. And again, with those prices, guys, you can't go wrong.
Oh, that's me.
That's like a hamster dude I made up also in kind of like the Don Bluth style a little bit. His name's Spiffy, and he likes cereal.
Nice. Your daughter's gonna love this stuff when she gets older to understand it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, have you done anything with Spiffy? Do you have any like comics or strips or anything?
Not yet. That's my most detailed drawing of him so far, but I should definitely do more.
Actually, Addie, do me a favor. Remind me to DM you later about that. I want to tell you a possible opportunity for you with Spiffy.
Okay.
Very cool. Now, is he Spiffy because he dresses nicely?
I don't know yet. I just thought it was a fun name.
And why are we not going to the next one? There we go.
That's one of my my traditional gouache paintings of like if you play Dungeons and Dragons, it's like a red tiefling.
Yeah. Very cool. Do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
I do a little bit. My husband's starting to do a little game and be the dungeon master with our family.
That's awesome. Yeah, we play. It's fun.
Yeah, he's really into it. Like he knows all the ins and outs of it already, and he's really good with like just learning all the crazy stuff. He likes things that there's a lot of lore. So
I mean, since the 1970s, TSR originally put it out. There's a ton of fantasy lore and mythology out there from Dungeons and Dragons. Very cool. So, I mean, this is the quality of art you can get. Where can we reach you? Where can we find you, Addie?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram as Addie Marie Art, and I have a TikTok for Addie Marie Art, but that one's, I think Instagram is where I mainly have people reach out about my artwork, but TikTok's mainly to entertain all the kids these days, you know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
TikTok irrelevant with some stuff, I guess.
Well, I was going to go on TikTok cosplay and do a dance, but I thought that they might shut down TikTok. That'll be the straw that broke the camel's back. Oh, look, there's a kitten sighting. Like her Tiffany. Very cool, right? And look at this.
Your kid's there. I'm respecting the ceasefire.
She can't hear you, though. You're in my headphones, so you can say whatever you want. Just don't make any gestures.
I think everybody else in the live can hear it. No.
Is that cool? Nice, right? That's Addie's joke. Very cool, Addie. I highly recommend everybody get some work from Addie. Get a cover, a commission, something, especially for you and your really, especially you and your kids.
That's what the kids need to do.
Let me climb Daddy's head while we're. Yeah.
Yep.
You saying good night? I love you. Sleep well, sweet. God bless. Noses. I mean, no. Noses. We do noses every night. What are you embarrassed?
Preteen.
Why?
Preteen.
Listen, people's opinions should be none of your business. Their opinions of you should be none of your business.
Peace.
Good night.
That's what
I just got the hand.
That's what my oldest is right now. My oldest just hit 11, and that's where it's at. Yep. And then the hit. I was gonna say. I literally was gonna say that you're gonna get a hit.
Thank you for giving me noses. Good night. I love you. Why are you hitting me? Take you out.
Parenthood.
Right now that everybody's deaf. I love you. See, Rob, that's what it's like when your kids like you. What happened?
Can't wait.
Bailey's actually still awake.
I
And
like hitting you.
Oh, is
her
she?
dad- yeah, she's kind of cranky. I might go.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go do what you got to do. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. I'll ask her to bring her out real quick so she can say goodbye.
Yeah. Every time I see her videos, I just miss my kids being little like that.
All right. Dad is coming with Bailey. You want to say hi? Everyone's talking about how cute you are. Hi, Krabby. Hello.
Hi. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Hello, Mr. Kidd. How are you? Hi. Hi, Bailey. How are you? How you doing, sir?
Doing good. Doing good.
Hi.
That's a
How
cute
are you?
kid.
Soaking up that attention. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, don't scare him.
This is how I had to get Rob to do the comic. I had peekaboo. I had to be all nice. Bailey, that's Bailey. That's her daughter, Bailey. Hi, baby. Hi.
Oh.
How are you?
Oh, Peanut.
Yeah, that's what women did to Rob all through high school. They waved him off. Hi. She is so cute. God bless her. Good night. It's nice to meet you.
Time for Betty buys.
Bye.
Already now, but yeah.
She's like, no, I'm getting attention now. I'm staying up. Hello.
Now it's going to be an issue trying to get her to sleep.
Hello. 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 She's like, who is this fool?
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks
Nice
for coming on.
meeting you.
Thanks again for a great
Nice
cover.
meeting you.
Hey,
Oh,
there we
really?
go.
Is that true? I heard the rumors.
She's like, I'm done.
Well, Addie, thanks for coming on. Thanks for letting us meet Bailey. Good night, Bailey.
Good night. Oh no.
No.
Bye. Say good night.
Oh, she's like, now I don't want to go. The
Yep.
big fat guy is fun and amusing. Hi. I'm the guy that plays with all the kids all the time, not the adults. So
It's like
bye.
waving. Just wave.
Bye. Wave.
Bye. There you go.
Okay, honey. All right. So Father Time. We'll go to you next. Because I know it's past your bedtime.
I'm like, him
You
or
with
me?
that beard, your Father Time. Okay, let me say goodnight. Come here. I love you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who he was
Yeah,
referring to.
neither was I.
I was like, I guess it could be either one of us.
It could really be either one of us.
I love you, kiddo. Sleep well, sweet dreams. God bless. When I'm done. Oh, we're tired now. So, all right, Motto. You saw some samples of what we had for you. Obviously, I rep this fool. So if you're interested, come on over and talk to me, and I will hook you up with something from Serta. I'm pulling up your art. Come on, so talk to us. Talk to us about what you do, what you have. You could also talk about your children's book and other things that you have published. Please plug yourself.
Right. I always forget to do that. I guess I've been so caught up in just doing so much that I completely forgot about. I'm actually
This is why you have an agent, you dumbass.
It really is. His name is Dumbass Agent, so he helps out. It's pretty much I just started. Yo mama's so. I'm like, she's so right there because she's watching me. So pretty much,
Yeah.
I'm
Your
actually.
mom was so fat when she fell and broke her leg, gravy poured out. But go ahead.
I remember those days. Which one was the roach one? No, it
Yeah.
was. I forgot what it is. You come in the front of the house, you leave in the back. What was that one? It was a roach one, wasn't there?
Yeah, something about Roach Motel. I forget.
You know the Skittles one.
But
Your
anyway,
mom's so
get to the
fat, she sat
point.
on a rainbow and Skittles poured out.
That's the one I remember too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was your mom was so poor, she was kicking a can, and I said, "What you doing?" She said, "Moving."
Ah, too
Hey,
soon.
that wasn't me.
Phil.
That was
Too soon to. I don't know who, but too soon to someone. I just started well, pretty much. I'm working on two things right now. I'm working on my. I guess it's my limited run graphic novel. I just started putting it to fruition, like the one I was telling before about that I've been just working on for a very long time. I have a bunch of stories to tell that I'm doing something separate for that in the future. But for now, I need to come in with a good kick of a story that hasn't been heard before. And I think that's the part that I'm very proud of it because it's something that hasn't been seen before. And I thought by now it would have. And I think that's the neat part that I'm like, oh, I guess I've been holding on to something that I find interesting. It's a horror story, but it's not the same old horror story you kind of think. So I'm working on that right now, which I just started, and I just finished the first draft of the first chapter, and then I just started doing the first couple of pages of the next children's book that I got, which hopefully will be out in spring. The end.
very cool. And you have the first children's book that you have right now.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Which if I would have planned this better, I would have.
And what would that be called?
Lazy? Or the book? I'm not sure which one you're asking. If I play this right, hold on, without shaking everything. Yeah, because now I have to shaking. You could look at my Here, look at this. Just check my Ozzy Osbourne holding my bottle of water. Still looking.
In the meantime, let me show you some art here from him because he's a mess. Why did it pop this up?
Is he in a robe?
Absolutely I am.
I gotta get a
you
robe,
Hefner
bro.
over here.
Dude, that like honestly,
of this,
that's the way to do it.
There you go.
I'm serious. You look
That's him
comfortable
in
as
his
hell.
true form. That's him in his true form.
That's
There we
sick,
go.
man. Look at that lighting, bro. That's sick.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me show you the what's her name? Oh, for the love of God, what's her name? Lady Death. Look at that.
Ooh,
Or Lady Cheeks, as we call her.
those lady
Yeah.
cheeks.
There's a crack.
There sure is a crack. I got a lot of compliments on this one, I gotta say. I was like, man, it was very
Did that blow up? It had to blow up.
it's funny. A lot of people
the butt cheeks?
reach. They did. Those butt cheeks did blow up. Those butt cheeks definitely blew up. I had a lot of people like give me a lot of compliments on, and it's funny because one of the things I said to them, I was like, this is the first time I'm not being boring, and they're like, what? I'm like, I just came to a point where I was like, a lot of the drawings that I do, I felt were getting to a point where they needed a little bit more of a life to them.
You're
And
still boring, no offense.
I'm boring as hell, but my drawings has gotten better. So it's one of those things that I've gotten to a point where it's become a little bit more. Another baby.
Hi guys.
Thank you.
Hey, Lauren.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh man, I just heard mine running upstairs right now.
Thank
There's
God
no
she
more
looks
kisses.
more
It's
like
yelling.
mommy. Yeah. So, all right. You're a mess. So you have your first children's book, which is called
Our New Different World.
Our New Different World.
Yes, not to get it mixed up with A Different World, the show that I used to watch when I was younger back in the day. This book actually came out during the pandemic, which I never thought I'd actually want to write anything, but it wasn't about the pandemic. It was kind of more of a for my kids because they had no fucking, well, pretty much like all of us, none of us
You're
had a
dropping
clue
F-bombs.
what the, oh, motherfucker, I'm sorry. What the thing that really got me was that back in the day when all the pandemic happened, it really was nobody had a clue what was going on. Like nobody had a straight answer why people were dying. And my kids were like, they felt like they were in like some horror flick, and they were just they were scared shitless to be honest with you. And it was one of those things that I felt like as a parent I had to do something, and I couldn't do anything, and that was the most I felt helpless. So I was like, you know what, well, I'm a storyteller, and I can draw, so let me do something for them, and maybe it could help other kids. And that was like a huge thing. I had a ton of parents, like 300 plus parents actually reaching out to me and just like complimenting of like the purpose of the book, and not like putting, because there was no agenda behind it, like, hey, look, you need to be taking either a vaccine. It had nothing to do with no politics, no nothing. It was pretty much, this is what's going on, and hey kids, try to make it fun as you can make a pandemic.
That had to be tricky to
Yay!
write, like, to
Pandemic
choose the words
party!
properly.
Yeah,
you know?
but it really was. It really, because I didn't want to come out sounding like I was either for
For
some
one
sort
way
of,
or another.
yeah,
Right.
and I wanted to stay clear from being either for a specific anything, and I try to be as, yeah, I used to be the front man to a band many lifetime ago's, and so I used to write lyrics. I could write music, I could write lyrics and all that, but I one of my favorite things was to do rhyming when I used to write lyrics. And the thing that I used to look at, because it was a metal band, it was like a hardcore metal band, and one of my big, I guess, uh, insights as far as how to write with rhyming, you would think would be another heavy metal artist or another, rock band. And I was looking at all the stuff that I used to listen to back in the day and still do. But like one of my one of my biggest views for writing was Busta Rhymes, because he would have writing in such a way that I was like, wow, that I never would have thought about that way. I grew up
Yeah,
listening
his
to,
flow is crazy.
oh my
Waiting against
god,
words.
it's really really good. And then I grew up listening to, like, all Run DMC. I listened to everything. So I was trying to incorporate is the best rhyming I possibly could, but making it safe so I wouldn't kind of put myself in a spot where I just look like a dude who is for one side or the other. And it was a tricky thing to do, because I didn't want to come out like, hey, look, this is what I believe in, and if you don't believe in me, and becomes a big giant fight where I was like, that's the last thing I want. Especially at that time when the pandemic started, I was like, like everybody was in such a sad state of mind, because I lost an aunt to it, and in the very beginning we had no idea what it was. The funeral was super sad, like nobody could hug each other. It was like one of, like, funerals are sad, but that was one of the most saddest funerals I've ever been to, just because it was like nobody could actually show emotion like you normally do. And
Right.
for all the reasons of on top of that, then you have to add fear that something you don't know what's in the air, the whole thing, like it sucked, but it was a
And
good
like
starting.
family you may not have seen in a long time.
Oh
They're wearing a
yeah.
mask, so it's not like you could see them well
Yeah,
anyway.
no,
Like,
yeah, it was heartbreaking. It was definitely heartbreaking,
But the
but
good news is this is an upbeat live stream, right? This is, we're not talking about funerals and death and pandemic, right? I mean, right?
I mean, I went a completely different route when I wrote something about the pandemic. I did a Pinguino story of him on a quest to get as much toilet paper as he could.
see,
And like that was when all the toilet paper was going out.
see, but
I was like, let
that's
me focus
genius.
on that.
That's genius,
You know?
So next
There's no
subject.
better way to market a family fun book with funerals and disease and death. Way to go, motto.
All right,
Toilet paper.
next topic, 9/11. So now listen.
Stupid ass. By the way, Will Playton's trying to make a serious gentleman out of us with a question. And Rob, how are you? Happy Wednesday. We're launching the dynamics. Rob has a cover that I'm going to post and show for Tragedy after our launch this week. And Will was asking, who are your main influences when you were creating art for the book? So I guess he's talking to you, Rob. I don't know. Maybe he's talking to both of you because you did do a cover of Mondo.
Yeah. As far as influence is concerned, I just like, because I pull from what I have in my head, and usually I have stuff about like Joe Madura and other famous illustrators, and even concept art for like Pixar, because I wanted to like keep it real fresh, real clean, vibrant colors, clean lines, but I had to tone down like how edgy I would draw, even though I wanted to implement as much movement as possible. So it was like finding the right dials and tweaking them accordingly as I went. So like I kind of found I would start sketching a couple of pages, and then I would find my rhythm, and then I'd go back and redraw those pages to be a little better. So that's kind of how I implemented that.
I'm sorry. Who drove that COVID
That was
upside down?
Kevin.
Who wrote that?
Kevin's as big a mess as you are, Mono. You and him in the same room would be just. It would just be a laugh riot.
Oh my god.
The Great Depression. Oh boy.
But yes,
what about
but Rob,
you?
yes, I completely understand the whole trying to figure out how to redraw something. You know, you're doing your style, but then you're also trying to not go the route you normally do.
Yeah, because I'll end up like in a groove of what I'm used to, and then I have to remember to get out of there and like go somewhere, take it a different route. You know?
Yeah. No, but you know, I think the cool thing about that is that it's like people don't realize it. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It might not be a huge challenge to some, but it's like just for the fact that they're like, well, yeah, you know, maybe it's just a stroke. But I'm like, no, but you have to rethink that. You're rethinking the way like you literally are putting that line onto paper or iPad, because I was going through the same thing when I was drawing the cover for this. It was that I wanted to make sure that I could stay not, and I think that's it. Like you nailed it. It's not be edgy, you know, where it comes out too, I guess, too rough for something that's supposed to be
because like my whole life when I would draw, I try to be like make it as cool and like eye catching as possible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like at the same time, it's by doing that you end up falling into your own style or design or building your own style as you go. And then like when you get a project like this on your plate, it's like, okay, these are the parameters. You have to work within these parameters.
Yeah.
You know, and there are certain tools of your asset that you're used to using that you can't use.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. Oh, well, how long did it take you to do the pages? But like, I guess
sketching them didn't take long.
He was and by the way, when he says sketches, I got to be honest with you, his sketches are very detailed. His roughs are pretty detailed. So I mean, they're not completed, but they look like almost completed rendered pencils. It's silly what he calls a rough.
But like
and
I don't go crazy. I don't go crazy with the shading. I kind of just like wiggle the shading in just to get the depth that because I know that I'm gonna ink it and I'm gonna color it. Right. So like I know my own lines. It's different. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because that's the other thing too. Because I guess there's two ways of that. Because it's either if you know that you're going to ink and color it, you either only go to a certain point because you know you could get back to it again, which is a great thing, or it's the worst thing at the same time because then you're taking longer, or it just you're able to blow out the whole entire, you know, either a page completely, really, really fast. How long did it take you to do like one page?
4 hours, maybe,
with coloring and everything.
If I break it down, about 4 hours a page.
Does that include the lettering?
No.
Okay.
No.
But that's
with lettering and sound effects. What would you say?
Another half hour, depending on how heavy the page is with lettering and stuff.
Wow,
that's really good. That's really, really good.
And Rob
but then again, it wasn't the the project itself wasn't very graphically heavy. It wasn't something like Tragedy where there's like millions of buildings and windows in the background and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, you were able to get a little bit more, like get away with a little bit looser.
A lot more. I had a lot more leeway on this.
Yeah, no, I could absolutely see that. Yeah, because then you're not thinking, I'm like, I got to figure out how every single brick needs to be on this building, or the window needs to be at a specific angle
Right.
and glare, because that's the other thing that you'll
Because
run
it's
through.
cartoony, I can warp the lines a little bit to make it fun and playful, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, no, absolutely,
Well,
absolutely.
because you're not looking for realism, you're looking for that
Storytelling.
style that is exaggerated and is
Right.
boisterous and dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but 100%, because at the end of the day, it's that you're not trying to, the whole catch of it is just one as a whole, not so
That
much.
it wasn't a
you
B, Kevin. It's not a B, it's a P.
Say what?
He said fill in all his bricks.
Flawless bricks.
Because you were talking about bricks in the background before, and all the bricks in Tragedy. Kevin's a crackhead. Come on, you know that.
So random. Because I'm like, say what?
Yeah, but I understood him. I don't know. Maybe I've been around him too long, but I understand Kevin.
Oh man, but that's pretty good. 4.5 hours for a whole page.
Yeah.
That's really good, man. That's really, really good. And but
listen,
exactly,
The way, but I got to give credit to Phil too, because the way he wrote the script, he was very like straightforward with it.
yeah,
And he's like, as long as you try and stick to the script as best you can, and if you think you might have a better idea of how to showcase a certain scene, let me know before you do anything, and I'll give you the go ahead. And we just gelled real easy.
There are some
Fine.
pages that when I write in the script, I have a specific angle in mind. Like I wanted her standing in front of this imposing Hulkopotamus with my daughter's back to the reader like that to show I wanted the reader to have her perspective of like, oh my God, this thing's huge, but she's just tough as nails, like standing the ground.
yeah,
But most of it, I like to give freedom, autonomy. Change up your camera angles, do what you want. As long as the scene as long as it's the setting that I ask for, as long as that if you change the camera angle, the setting makes sense based on the angle. Like if the school was over here and now you move them here, it should be behind them. Just as long as those are consistencies. Yeah, please. I don't like to write a very restrictive script. I don't think I'll get the best out of an artist because then you'll feel like it's a job. I want you to have fun. That's why you became an artist. You're not working at an office job, right? Because you want to enjoy it. You want to love what you do, and you feel stifled, right? When you get those scripts, and you've both probably gotten them before, where they're telling you you're spending more time reading the freaking script to make sure that you get exactly what they want than you are drawing and creating. That it just stifles you. It steals all the air out of the room. And I think it subconsciously shows in a book.
yeah, no, 100%. Well, and how close to what Rob did through what your imagination was as you were writing it, like how close was it to you're like, oh, that's exactly it, or he came up with something better than what you had in your head?
It's both. I mean, there were panels that I gave specific direction. He nailed them right away. There was no honestly. I think I had 2 edits out of the whole book that were so minor. They were so minor.
That's awesome.
And then there were scenes like, yeah, I've got my angle in my head, but I'm not an artist. He had his angle. I'm like, yeah, that angle's better. I don't have an ego as a writer, and I don't think that serves. For me to sit there, I can't. If a writer thinks an artist is supposed to know what's in their head, I hate to tell you, your artist isn't Charles Xavier. He doesn't have that ability. He or she can only go by what you write specifically in the script.
Oh, writing. I thought you were saying walking.
You're so stupid. You're so bad. Right now, there are disabled people mad at you. They're canceling you. Anyway,
let's go back to 9/11.
Oh, jeez.
So a priest and a Jewish guy walk into a bar.
Yeah. So, I'm always open to you're the artist. That's your job. You're the pro at look, my job is to hire an artist I trust, not just an artist whose style I like, but it's important I hire an artist I trust, because if I don't trust you, I never should put you in that position. I'm not putting you in a winning position as a writer if I don't trust you and have to micromanage you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. And the more an artist feels like they're screwing up a script, the tighter you're going to get, the more you're going to screw up interpreting the script anyway. It's just human nature, right? I mean, if I make a mistake and someone starts harping on every little thing I do, now I'm so self-conscious and focused on that I'm going to make more mistakes. It's not conducive to a healthy
Writer-artist
collaboration and
relationship.
environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. But because it really is, it's exactly that. It's like any time you see a movie, you have the screenwriter, and then you have the director, two different positions, and then the screenwriter will have something in their head, and the director might switch something up because it has a better angle or view, but there's no way that the writer can give a definition of what he is seeing to the director because he
Right.
doesn't have that visual, you know.
And I think as a writer, you have to understand that what I have in my head, he can't possibly match it every time. If
Yep.
it's that important, you as a writer have to recognize how important is the angle to you. Is it just something you think will look cool, or is it important to the story? Because you're going to have a little give and take. And you're
Yep.
going to have to recognize as a writer, yeah, I thought that angle was cool, but you know what? It's not necessary to be that angle. Like, you know,
Yeah.
if he did a different angle and it works just as well for the story, put the ego away, the control away, let it go. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, you can't
Yeah.
expect if you want a robot, you know, wait another 20 years, maybe a robot will draw for you. But these are people, and
Yeah.
they're creatives. You're all artists or creatives. You have your ideas. You have your form of expression through the art, and you know, I'll get credit as the creator of the book, the writer of the book, but there is no book unless he draws it. To me, it's a pile of words on a script sitting in a closet or a portfolio, if not for artists. And I'm tired of seeing this artists are more important than writers. Writers are more important than artists. Is back and forth. It's silly because you know what? You do great things together. If you respect each other and you appreciate each other and you acknowledge that it's not who's got it harder or who's more important. It's just it's the collaboration is special, right? I mean, thank God I just hand him the script and I don't have to fucking talk to him too much because you know. And it's good when you gel with an artist and you can work with them, you know. So
Yeah. Well,
I
more
mean,
power to you on that, man, because it's what that I think that's one of my I've realized it's one of my biggest obstacles as a writer and an artist is where I already know what my image in my head I want it to be, and no matter how great the artist might be out there who could give me a better version of what I wrote, my version is always going to be superior, even though the artwork might not look as superior, which is so it's weird because you could have an Alex Ross just doing some kind of page, and you're like, well, that's great. But but saying that to Alex Ross, your work is great, but it's in my head
but,
that I don't know how to mesh that with anyone else because I'm
but
like,
you know,
I have the answer.
as a writer and artist, you also have to learn to pick your battles. I mean, is
Oh
it
yeah,
worth
it's
mentioning? You know, sometimes why did you even bother mentioning? Like, oh, the camera angle looks great, but I had something else in mind. But
yeah.
if the camera angle is great, then shut the hell up. You don't
That's
have to
what
say I had something else in mind. Just
that's
pick and
why
choose your battle.
it is a nightmare up here.
Oh, I know that. Believe me, I know.
It
I've
is.
had glimpses.
Oh my god! It's just one of those things that it's always neat to see, like what the artists, Rob and the writer Phil, like how you guys, just look at the same subject at different levels of different eyes.
But I am going to be honest with you. This is a very slow start for a Philbo campaign. Come on, guys. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy the book. If you like the writing on tragedy, you'll like the writing and dynamics. It's not a kiddie book, but it's not a graphic book. It's for everybody, and it's enjoyable. Do you miss good old-fashioned superhero stories? Do you have a family of your own? Are you a father, a mother, an uncle? You'll enjoy this. It's charming. It's funny. It's action-packed. It's energetic. I'm grateful to the 9 backers. I am, but where are the rest of you? Come on, let's come out here Let's blow this thing up. Let's get funded tonight, please. Tragedy funds in an hour or two. I get $10 to $13,000 campaigns. If you trusted me with tragedy, you can trust me with dynamics. Don't let Rob's mug turn you away. Okay?
Yes, and motto's pandemic information.
Like, talk about killing the campaign.
Oh man!
And the corpse was there and it was rotting.
Speaking of all the fun, I have to get going because I got to wake up in a few hours.
Yes, he has to get his pipe and his Playboy magazine. Okay.
Yes, I do. If I could find that pipe on me now.
Still has those? You should sell them on eBay, bro.
Like, my God, I could. Really
now he's Obi-Wan. Look at him.
All right, fellas. Well, this was a pleasure. It was nice to actually do this because I know for the last since March, Phil, for the last very long time I've been extremely busy, and finally things have kind of settled out where now I'm able to do a lot more, and that's why I'm part of some of these the commissions on this book as well, because the opportunities there's more availability, and I know all of us are extremely busy, and then sometimes everything comes in such a flood that you cannot get a grasp on when you're going to get to regular scheduled program. So finally I'm back to
finally the Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But the good thing is this also gave me the opportunity to start working on my book, and that's one thing that I'm like extremely excited about. So but yeah, please, and whoever is looking out there, back this book, because the story is adorable, the art is great, and it's just it's a good, I don't know.
Yeah, listen, to the average man who likes superheroes books, it's not adorable to you.
Put it this way: once I get this on my hands, this will be something I'll read to my daughters. So it's one of those, like, it takes a lot for me to read something with them together that they'll be excited. So no, they'll totally dig it, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of both of you for the work that you guys have both have done, and I'm beyond grateful to be part of this. And also, too, on another note, the art books that all the artists who you rep, I know I wasn't part of it just because I just time wise, amazing artists, and if nobody has picked up the books yet, check them out, dude, because I didn't realize until I started seeing more clips of all the guys in our group. It's just, I don't know. Like, once I saw the first couple of pages, I was like, get the hell out of here. I guess you're so caught up with yourself doing your own thing, and then you see somebody else do something, you're like, Jesus, I didn't realize this is what was going on. But I gotta say, I'm proud of all the guys. I'm proud of all the guys at the Legendary, and the really great artists, and even the conversations we've had in our group chats, we make each other laugh quite a lot, and it's such a welcome. Even if somebody doesn't agree with something, you could end with happiness. It's not like being on Facebook where nobody agrees with anything. So it's a nice relief. But if everybody's,
it's a good group of guys. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they
I
really
agree,
are.
Which reminds me, I have to add Kevin back to the group.
And talented, and if anybody's out there, check out those books, because if I could say one thing, I'm definitely proud to be part of this group, because we are, as a whole, I didn't realize how talented as a whole we all are, and I wish sometimes I'd think that if we all didn't have the full commitments of full-time jobs during the day, what could we do as a unit if we were able to create something together?
Don't be talking about my unit.
Well, I said big unit. So again, who said?
Oh, so not ginormous, not huge, not. I got you.
We just thought about this in children's book.
It's past their bedtime.
We got angry, we got COVID, and we got your junk.
9/11.
Oh, 9/11. We can't forget 9/11. Everybody, happy 9/11. No.
Oh my God.
Hey, Tyler, what's going on? Thanks for coming out.
The next thing we're going to talk about is Jesus. If you guys know about this guy. Oh, dude, I could go on all day. It's time for
I
me to go to
hate
bed. It is
you.
definitely time for me.
I really hate you.
But I hope you guys have a good rest of the night, and thank you again
You
for
too.
letting me be involved. And shoot, yeah, man, everybody pledge. Pledge on this. It's well deserved. The art's spectacular. The story writings, as Phil doesn't want me to say adorable, but it's adorable. It's a cute book, man. It's just something that I would be proud to read to my kids, you know. And if a grown up reads it to make them feel better, you know, talk about it in a deep voice and make yourself feel better. It's a really good book. So, all right, guys, have a good night. I will talk to you later. And
You too.
pledge, guys, pledge.
Give my
All right, have
regards
a
to
good
the
night,
family.
man.
That is disturbing. Bye. I removed him.
That was perfect timing too.
I
It
know.
was about to get real bad,
I
real
know.
quick.
Guy. All right. So,
So how many backers we got? What's going on?
only 10. It's very. I mean,
All right, we're gonna
I'm
have to
grateful
start
for the
getting
10,
naked here,
but this
Phil.
is for me. This is like the slowest I've ever started on a campaign. So, and I was kind of
gonna have to
concerned
start-
about this.
We're gonna have
Look,
to start getting naked.
Yeah. No, I'm going to be honest. I was concerned about this, and I'll tell you why. Tragedy is a female protagonist. It's a grittier book. It's darker. And I think everybody's just in a dark mode. They don't want anything light and positive these days. And I was concerned that they would think this is too childlike for them. But it's not. Tyler said, "Hey, Dev Shogun, it's T-Bomb, by the way."
T-Bomb, what's up, man? Thanks for coming.
And I was concerned that they would think with the art style and the premise of it that maybe it's too childlike for them. And I'm telling you, it's not. It really is not.
Not that it's childlike. It's just it's family friendly fun. That's what it
Right.
is.
But again, you can enjoy this book. It's a superhero book. It just doesn't have cursing and I mean, it's got punching and kicking and powers and all that, and it's got humor. Doesn't have cursing and sex and you know, graphic violence. You know, and it's just good to read and have fun, enjoy yourself. And if not, you can get the kids involved. But again, there's more on the campaign. There's Tragedy 1 through 4 if you didn't get those. You know, I mean, Tragedy is a kick-ass character. You know, I mean, she's badass. This book is getting a lot of great reviews. I mean, it's a nice mixture of magic and mysticism and martial arts and metahumans and all this stuff. You know, that's the thing is, yeah, did you like The Incredibles? I mean, that was cartoony and it was family, but adults still like The Incredibles, right? You know, this isn't anything like The Incredibles other than it's a family with superpowers. So if you're going to enjoy The Incredibles, you can enjoy this.
Absolutely.
Raphael got to read it, actually. He won a contest to read it, I believe, or whatever. I sent him PDF. And he said, this book is not childlike. It's a great 80s style comic book. And again, if you like my writing, if you feel I'm a solid writer, you'll enjoy this book. And again, you know, we can't keep putting the book out if you guys don't support it. And, you know, by supporting the book, you're also supporting Rob and his family. So please give it a try. It's a small investment. You've wasted money on Starbucks and artery clogging Happy Meals.
I love
take a shot.
clogging Happy Meals.
But you should love the dynamics more, you dumbass.
I do. I made the book, man.
That's what I'm saying.
But I
get into
love
what you got going on.
McDonald's Happy Meals.
Yeah, it shows. And look. So tell us, who is this?
This is Cataclysm and his little buddy Manic on his shoulder. Cataclysm was supposed to be the fifth horseman of the apocalypse, but he decided to drop out because he didn't want that role. So you only know of the four. And he's trying to find his way to get out of hell, get on a vacation without destroying the world.
Nice.
And that's a goal.
Oh, cool. You got issue 2's cover already.
Yep.
So what's the deal with Cataclysm? I know you were in the Unknown Heroes anthology, which is going to be distributed out soon. There was a 10-page preview. Dynamics was in that too. And what are your thoughts on Cataclysm issue 1? When are we going to see that?
Issue 1, it's already done. The artwork, the lettering, everything is done. It's formatted. It's ready for print. Currently working on issue 2, which is kind of a snapshot of what you're seeing there right now. There's my boy Penguino. But yeah, Cataclysm 1 and 2, I'm thinking of launching together as one. I think I'm going to go with like a 50-page book.
Okay.
1 and 2. And then I'll have 3 and 4 coming up after that.
And will you do crowdfunding like Kickstarter?
Yeah, like Kickstarter. I might go somewhere else.
Gotcha. There's a lot of options now, crowdfunder and
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, very cool. Penguino's Revenge. Okay, so let's support him and Phil too. And thanks for adding me in there, Raphael. Afterthought. Very cool. So, and here's some samples of the mashups that you do. Here's a funny story. I forgot exactly how it started, but I told you, why don't you mix up a Sith Lord and an X-Men bad guy, right? Is that how it started?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you did Omega Red as a Sith, and it went over well. And then you just started going balls to the wall with three mashups in one and 6 mashups you just did in one, and picking some cool different characters. So, I mean, tell us about how you come up with this stuff.
Well, usually the mashup ideas come from people that comment on the TikTok or Instagram, things like that. And I just pick what I think, what I feel speaks to me. I'm like, oh, that would be a cool idea, like a Wolverine Deadpool like this. I was like, yo, I got to do it. I got to do it. So
Pouches, you got pouches. Awesome. Nice.
There's a Wolverine Carnage. This isn't so much a mashup, but like consider the Ninja Turtles if they got a second dose of the ooze and
Nice.
how they would turn savage. So if you look below their feet,
Rocksteady and Bebop.
there's Rocksteady, there's Bebop, there's Raphael is sitting on a pile of Foot Clan soldiers, and Leonardo is sitting on top of Super Shredder.
Yeah, look at that. Right? That's so cool.
Yeah.
This is quality stuff you're gonna get in the book. Oh, Predator Ghost Rider. Oh shit, I
Yep.
didn't see this one.
Yeah, that's a new one. Yeah,
Dude, that's crazy. And look at the you've got the freaking pentagram as the
Devil,
that's so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Wow, that is great, man. Look at that. Hey, Kerwin, what's going on? That's crazy, man. Jesus. Predator. Yeah, you got to show this off. I didn't see this. Predator Ghost Rider. That's incredible. And just
Thank
genius. You. And then you got stuff like this.
Yeah, so this isn't so much like comic book art, more like digital concept art. Like I just had an idea to make Poison Ivy's botanical boutique, like if she had a shop on a corner. So if you could zoom in, if you can, I don't know if you can zoom in on there, but if you can, you'll see little things in there.
There's a little shop of horrors.
Yeah, a little shop of horrors guy. There's on the bench. There's like a little lunch bag with a Riddler question mark.
You got the smile of the Joker up top.
Yep. There's a sign on the door that says "No bats allowed."
Nice. Very cool. And you got the plants with legs like growing out of them.
Yep.
Very cool. And there she is in the window watering the plant. Very cool.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm gonna pull this down for a minute because I have just to show you right now, I have the Rob Powers book here, which is on the campaign. It's his art book. You can get it, all these different mashups on this campaign. How's it going? So right now we're showing Rob Powers, who's here, his work. He illustrated the entire book that I'm promoting. It's on Kickstarter right now, The Dynamics. It's a family-friendly book. I'll show that real quick. Whoops, sorry. Get over there. So this is the dynamics. Oh, meanwhile, I didn't have all that. I didn't have the art up. Jesus Christ! I thought I was showing the art. Was it up?
No, we see the Dynamics Kickstarter.
No, before the art was up,
Oh yeah, it was up
I mean,
before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is the dynamics. This is my book. It's a superhero book for all ages. It's my family basically with superpowers, but it's not the same story as the Incredibles, but of the vein of a family friendly story that adults can like and kids can enjoy. I really think it's a solid book that if you give it a shot, you'll enjoy. And Rob did all the interiors and stuff. So going back to Robert.
Yeah.
Go back. Cataclysm. Penguino, that's your boy. Whoops. Penguino is your tragedy. That's your
Yeah.
flagship title. All right, where the heck is it? Sorry, hang on. I gotta pull this down for a minute. And oh no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I want to show you the art book. To show you the mashups, and you go. I've got art books by all of the legendary artists that did art books on the campaign that was in last November, and we've got original art commissions. So we've got a lot on here. We can get tragedy issues 1 through 5 on the Dynamics campaign, but of course, I'd love for you to pick up the Dynamics and give it a shot. All right.
And for those of you that are curious what's going on with Penguino, the last thing that I need to do is get these stickers. Once I have these stickers, I'll be sending everything out. So you'll be hearing an update from me on the Kickstarter.
Sweet.
You'll get an email soon. This is my Careless Bears and sticker art.
I like this gaming art. This was a cool idea. Yeah, this would be great to put on your to get and make stickers out of and put on your gaming systems. Dragon Ball Chill. Headshots. This was cool too, the way you split them open. You had like the Batcave and what was going on in their heads. Pretty cool. Right. And then you got your mashups. Like you got turtles.
Yeah, the history of the characters, like in the middle of their heads.
Yeah. And here you got the Turtles, Marvel, and MK mix. Mortal Kombat, for those who don't know. Ghost Rider, Nightcrawler, another nice jam mashup. I love that Predator Ghost Rider. That was just killer. Bane, Guru.
Yeah.
And this art book is on the campaign. Freddy Jason. Look at that. Stain and Carnage. Spawn and Goliath. That's another good one, by the way. I mean, they're all great, but just like original, you know?
Yeah.
Spawn, Bane. Batman, Venom. Nightcrawler, Raziel, and Akuma. That's a cool... I like that you keep using Nightcrawler. Yeah, boy. You gotta do some with Colossus. Cyborg, Blade.
I did Nightcrawler Colossus.
You did? You did a Nightcrawler Hulk, I know.
Oh, what? Maybe it was a Hulk.
Yeah, but you should do something with the Colossus too. That'd be
cool. I forgot. I was thinking about it. I was like, did I do a Colossus?
No, I haven't ever seen you. This is one of my favorites, as I said before. That's a cool one. Better than the show for sure. Batman and the Mandalorian. Batmite over here. That's great. And then you've got, of course, Spawn and Null. And then you've got Deadpool Batman. the head of the Joker. I like this one, Carnage, Red Hood.
Go back up. Did you see the unicorn?
Yeah. Trying to stay family friendly.
Right.
This is another good one. Spawn, Hulk, Ghost Rider. Yes, Batpool. Carnage, Ghost Rider. Tyler just wrote something. What's this? Just got to get this out there. Damar Hamlin made an awesome recovery that was incredibly. He came back from a 50-50 chance of survival and brought it to 100% survival rate. That's awesome. I don't know what happened with the details, but God bless and congratulations and prayers, continued prayers for full recovery.
Yeah, he was on the field and he got hit in the chest, and I think it stopped his heart or something.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, something like that.
I didn't know. Oh wow.
I don't know all the details either.
Carnage, Ghost Rider. Deadpool, Joker, The Mask. Again, another great one. Like original, and the execution was just awesome. Raiden Venom.
That was like one of my first ones.
It'd be cool if Venomized Max, and he's got like the or not Max, the villain that has the little bitey things. You could Venomize him with them. That'd be cool. Ghost Rider, Wolverine. I always thought this was cool, making the organic with the metal. That's cool.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy, Terminator. This was great. Earthworm Jim, Venom. And there's the Nightcrawler Hulk.
There it is. Yeah.
That's great. Imagine a Hulk that could just teleport and smash you from,
Bam, bam, bam,
Look
bam.
at that. Yeah. Spawn, Shredder. That's awesome. Batman Spawn is awesome. This was cool. Pinhead and Jeepers Creepers. That's a cool matchup.
Yeah, that was a commission originally.
Very cool. And there you go. This book is for sale on the as for pledging on the campaign. And again, we've got others. We've got Will Playden's. If you haven't seen Will's art, I mean, it's just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. And Rod Ramos. And Ricardo Silva. Ricardo has some amazing art in here as well.
Yeah, I love Ricardo's work.
Yeah. And then just to remind you, you've got Tragedy. You can get Tragedy 1 through 4 on there. That's on there as well. And you can get original art commissions from any one of the legendary artists. They're on there. You can get a figure you want, full figure that you want.
Are the foil covers ridiculous to make? Like, is it
They're
like
expensive?
Yeah.
And they're just more expensive now than ever.
Yeah.
Guys, before we head out, I want to remind you, Rob does all these trailers for me. If you love the trailers he's doing, I'm going to show the Dynamics trailer before we go out to show you what he can do. Rob can do a commercial for you. He could do a trailer for you. He can do your logo, and he can illustrate for you. He's a one-stop shop. He colors. He does letters. He's a one-stop shop. So if you're interested, reach out to me, and we'll get you everything. I mean, he did this logo. He did this corner box. He did the illustrations. He did the cover. He did the entire book. I'm telling you, this book is not a baby book. Adults will enjoy this book. It is 26 pages of fun and humor and action. I mean, it's just really good. Don't let it fool you. Yeah, Rob did the logos on Cold Cutter too, Charles Morgan's book.
What up, Charles?
I mean, if you're just looking for superhero action and fun, it's a great book. But going a little deeper, as much as there's humor, if you're a father, your job is to protect your family, right? That's your job, right? We'll never know the same nurturing relationship a mother has because we didn't grow the child in our body, but we are the protector and the provider. That is what we're put on this earth for as parents, right? As a father. This book explores the relationships and dynamics of a family, the nurturing of a mother, and what happens. What's the most dangerous thing on the planet? A mother protecting her cubs, right? What's the next most dangerous thing? A father. We will do anything. We will die. We will take a bullet. We will suffer the gates of hell, fires of hell, to protect our kids. And that's all in this book. If you're a parent who you know what I'm talking about. And this book it gets into all that. It is lighthearted and it's fun, but the underlying theme is that dynamic of family. Right? Men don't realize they only become men when they have children. Because those kids you're everything to them. You're their universe. You're the template of what a man is to them, whether it's a boy growing into a man himself or a girl that's going to marry a man someday. You are that template. You are their safety. You are their go-to. You are their daddy. And this book is going to have all of that, along with the frustrations of being a parent. Now, imagine you're trying to I'm tired. I worked all day. I'm trying to watch TV, and the kids are running around making noise. Well, imagine now one's super fast and one is super strong. What kind of mess is that house going to be? So it's everything. It's the charm and the love of a family. It's the humor. It's the ups and downs and action and excitement. And I ask you to give it a shot and take a chance on it. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. And the truth is, you've spent money on way more things that were a bigger risk or an investment than my book is.
We put a lot of work into this. How long did it take you to write, do you think? Like after how many drafts?
See, here's the funny thing. When I write, I just sit down and write. In 4 or 5 hours, I'll write out an issue. And I'm pretty quick. But, well, you know me. I've written about 50 now.
Well, I wasn't sure if you had
but
if you had different drafts originally for your idea for the dynamics,
No, I don't even outline. I just start writing, and what comes out comes out. And the truth is, it's been working. When Howard Mackey, Peter David, and Chuck Dixon say that you write well, your book is written well. They was referring to tragedy. I'm doing something right.
Yeah,
hey,
don't
Brett
fix
Todd,
what
what's
broke.
going on? Yeah, I mean, and again, your art style is perfect for this book. It captures and the reason why I laugh at Motto calling it adorable is because I don't want people to take it the wrong way. I'm a 50-year-old man. I'm not writing anything that I'm not interested in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not writing anything that would be so kiddie like that. It bores me. I mean, because look, I'm a dad. I've sat through some crap I don't really care for. I mean, honestly, I don't ever want to see Frozen again. I mean, but
I feel you on that one, man.
Yeah, but this book is fun. It's like The Incredibles in the sense of it's a story that was family and superpowers, and even though it's cartoony and it's silly and it's fun, it's entertaining for adults. It's good.
And it was a lot of fun to work on too on my end to draw it out. It was very dynamic in terms of all the different action scenes that I could play with, that you gave me the opportunity to be like, all right, here's the scene. You portrayed how you want to portray it, but this is what has to happen. It's like, okay, all right. It gave me a playground to play in. And I loved it, man. That's why I was able to bang it out as fast as I did.
You were really fast. And
I would have been done a lot sooner if I didn't have other clients and other work to do, but
no, I understand. You were still perfectly pleased. We were still done early. I mean, the books are printed. That's the other thing, guys. The fulfillment's here. The books are printed. And all the printer has the art book files and the tragedy files. They're all already on file with the printer. So it's a quick turnaround. Kerwin said, "You are a bigger madman than I thought, Phil. Prolific and a grinder." Thank you. Charles said, "I'm one mega writer." See, I'm not going to tell you I'm a good writer or a bad writer because that's not for me to say. I mean, everybody thinks they're doing a good job, right? It's not for me to say. But I challenge you. I triple dog dare you. Go find out if I'm a good writer. There's only one way to do it. Buy the book. And if you don't like it, you have toilet paper for a week. Now, if it gets wet, you might have pictures of, cartoon people on your ass. But the fact of the matter is, it's a small investment. With the money that you throw away at cigarettes and alcohol and drugs and Happy Meals and Starbucks cups of coffee where they spelled your name wrong, you could take a shot on one comic book that, even if you don't like, you can hand it to a kid, a niece, a nephew, or a fellow adult. It's really worth it. I'm telling you. I'm going to show the trailer last time, and I want the trailer to know that Rob Powers can do trailers like this and more. And if you really want a great trailer to launch your book or a commercial for your business or whatever, he can do great short trailer videos for you like this one. Let's check it out. Please share this out and let everyone know about this. So that's it, guys. Just to show you, come on, get up here. Okay. We have $326, 11 backers. Honestly, this is an extremely slow start for my campaigns. My campaigns usually have funded by now. So this is, it's a little concerning for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm always transparent. I'm honest. We have 11 backers with only $326. If you like tragedy, if you like my writing, if you trust that I can give you pure entertainment, give it a shot. I'm going to tell you now, I don't use my comics as a pulpit. I don't use them to preach. I don't use them as a megaphone, despite my big mouth. I don't use them to send a message. The only message I send is escapism from the real world. Fun. Entertainment. Delving into a good story that gets you away from the crap in life that is weighing on you. I promise you, if you know what I think about any given social situation or political situation, I have failed you as a writer, and I'm not doing that. You want to have fun? You want to enjoy? You want to get your kids into reading? You want to read with them? You don't have kids, but you want just a good, lighthearted superhero tale because you're tired of all the dark? Not everything has to be the boys. Check out the dynamics. You'd be supporting me in my dream, Philbo Publishing having a strong start to the year, and Rob Powers continuing on the book. There is no issue 2 if you guys don't come and support it. I'm not trying to say that to press you by any means. I don't want anybody buying something they don't want. What I'm telling you is, you may not realize you do want it. Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Feel pressured. Buy the book. It's 26 full-color action-packed pages. It's full of heartwarming family values, and it's kick-ass, and it's drawn by me. What are you waiting for?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Give it a shot, guys. Tell a friend. If it's not your thing, okay, but tell a friend, okay? Just let everybody know about it. They might even make nice gifts to give your nieces and nephews, or again, you want to get your kids into reading and they're just not getting in there. Get them a comic book that's wholesome. And here's the thing, like my kids were watching the Babysitters Club, and I watched the first episode with them, and it seemed just fine. All of a sudden, episode 3 or 4, they're talking about menstrual stuff, and I'm like, this is not appropriate for my 8 and 10-year-old kid. That's not a conversation that a show should be teaching my children. That's the parents' job to teach that. So you don't have to worry when you hand this book to your kid. There is nothing in there that is at a level that they shouldn't know about. I am not here to raise your kids. I was just here to entertain people. So when you hand that book to your kid to read, I guarantee you can feel safe, that there is no content in there that you're going to have a tough conversation with your kid that you're not ready to have. You're not going to have to explain anything that they shouldn't know at their age. It's just superhero action fun. There's no cursing. There's no agenda. There's no activism. There's no politics. There's no forced anything. It's just my family with superpowers based on us loosely, and it's funny. And it's got heartwarming family dynamics and action, and it's a blast. But you got to find out for yourself. You can hear me blather on, or you can go read it. Anyway.
Go read it. Please go read it so we don't have to hear him blather on anymore.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Check it out, guys. And remember, you can also get tragedy on there. You can also get art books on there. You get a lot of stuff on this campaign, or you can get traditional art commissions from them. And if you love what Rob did in the book, you've got Rob Powers' art book, The Art of Def Shogun. Some great stuff in there, guys. And it's a thick book. Look at that. That's thick.
Thick.
Yeah. I like it thick. And just to let you know, I'll be fulfilling Tragedy 4 and the prose book, The Devil's in the Details, this weekend. And all campaigns will be up to date. All right. We got some cool swag. Well, not swag, but, extras, freebies. From the art book campaign, we've got this Will Playton awesome Batman. I do double-sided. I hate when they do one-sided. That annoys me. It's like the whole other side's blank. We got stickers. Ghost Rider. Sorry, it's blurry. Steph Wilson. These are all freebies that came with the books. We got Bookmark. That was in the details. And then we got the metal version. That's pretty. So pretty. This is so pretty. And then Rob Powers Illustrated, our chibi. Again, these chibis, there's a set of these so far of some of the major characters of Tragedy, so you can collect them all. And that's some of the free stuff you get when you get our campaigns. And we have free stuff that you can get with this campaign. Yeah, it felt like a Saturday morning cartoon. Exactly, Kevin. There you go. It's a Saturday morning cartoon. You're right. That's what I should call it, a Saturday morning cartoon. Anyway, any last words for the evening, Rob?
Back the book. What are you waiting for? That's really it. Just back the book, man. What are you doing? You're sitting here listening to this guy talk for 2 hours and you're not going to back the book? Why would you do that to yourself?
They all left already. What about you? What do you anything you want to plug? Your TikTok, your Instagram?
Yeah, Penguino's coming soon. The Kickstarter is going to be what's the word? Fulfilled finally. And I'm excited about that, to get this case of books out of my office. Thank God. And I'll be working on Cataclysm, which is coming soon. And I've got a children's book that's on the horizon that I'm going to be working on. So I'm excited about that. So if you want to follow me,
cool.
You can hit it up, defshogun.com. Stay in touch.
Very cool. Rob, thanks for everything you did on this book, making it come to life. Appreciate you and the trailer and everything else, and for coming on tonight. And let's rock it, man.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
All right. Have a good night. Hey,
Have a
Blue
good
Eyed
night,
Lion,
everybody.
we're actually wrapping up, but thanks for coming in. Have a good night. Please back the book, back the campaign. The link is there in the chat. Kevin put it in. Thank you, Kevin. Put it in a couple of times. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, have a
Thank you,
great
Phil.
night. Philbo Publishing. Follow. Pay attention. A lot of great content coming your way. I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with. Be legendary and have fun storming the castle.